In part 3 of our seminar, we're getting to the heart of what mathematics is. Mathematics is deductive reasoning. That is, we're going to take a general rule and we're going to apply it to a specific case. And we don't do a lot of work, but we do explain why what we're doing is true. So we start with what we're given, the hypothesis, your if-then statement. We're going to use statements, reasons, logic, definitions, postulates to come to a conclusion. Now, when we start this, it is kind of confusing. So we're going to start with something we already know how to do. So we're going to do a little algebra here to do the proof. So if we take a look at problem 5, it says we want to prove that 2 times x plus 7 equals 6, then x equals negative 4. In other words, I've told you the answer. The answer is negative 4. What you need to do is you need to show me how you start here and end up here. We do this a lot of times when we call two-column proofs. The reason we call it two-column proofs or T-proofs because we put what we know on the left side and we write down why that's true, our reason, on the right side. Now, when we start a proof, we usually start with the given. Notice I said usually, not always, but you can't go wrong starting with the given. So we're going to write down 2 parentheses x plus 7 equals 6. Well, that is given. That's what we write down. Why do we know that? Because we're given it. That was our problem. Now, let's apply the distributive property. I'm going to put that down as my reason. So my distributive property is my reason. So what did I do? What I distribute here? Well, if I distribute 2, I get 2x plus 14 equals 6. Now, what are you going to do now to get x by itself? Well, we want to get rid of adding 14. So what's the opposite of adding? Well, subtracting. So I don't like to write a whole bunch of words down. So I'm going to go with subtraction property of equality. Okay. So if I write subtract and equal, that means subtraction property of equality. So let's subtract 14 from both sides. So you get 2x equals 6 minus 14, which is negative 8. Then to get x by itself, well, we divide both sides. That's the division property of equality. So we get x equals negative 4. We could have put a step in between each of these where I actually wrote down, I subtracted 14 from both sides, and then I'd say simplify or algebra for my reason. But I don't like to do that. But you could. You could say like minus 14 from both sides. That was subtraction property of equality. And then simplifying would give you 2x equals negative 8. So it would almost double the length of our proof, but there's nothing wrong with that.